We only asked Earth for repairs, not enhancements, coffee, and a battle armada. Captain Ethan Brooks sat in the bridge of the horizon, staring at the blinking lights of the ship's failing systems. The hum of the damaged engines made the whole vessel shiver like an old dog in a storm. It had been a long mission, and now the human ship was drifting too close to a dense asteroid belt with its engines almost dead. "Captain, we've lost 20% of our thruster efficiency," Lily Harper said, her fingers flying over the console. She did not panic, but her brow was tight. "If we don't get repairs soon, we'll be stuck here for weeks, maybe months." He had hoped that space stations in this sector would be more common, but the horizon was far from any human colony. The nearest station capable of handling such damage belonged to the Varkari, an alien species known for their precision and order. They were efficient, but few humans had ever interacted with them. Connor Price, the pilot, leaned back in his chair and sighed. "We don't even know if they'll help. The last time we tried contacting a non-human station, they gave us a long list of rules." "I don't want to deal with that again." "We don't have a choice. We can't limp through the asteroid belt with damaged engines. Set course for the Varkari station. Let's hope they are willing to repair a human ship." The ship's sensors locked onto the massive shape of the Varkari station in the distance. It looked like a giant wheel floating in space, each segment connected by shimmering beams of light. The humans had never seen technology like this before. The station was clean, almost sterile, with smooth surfaces and no visible markings. As the horizon approached, a message came through the comm system. The voice was calm but mechanical, with a slight alien inflection. "Human vessel. You are approaching Varkari Station Delta. State your purpose." Ethan stood and straightened his uniform. "This is Captain Ethan Brooks of the Horizon. We request minor repairs to our engines and hull. No weapons upgrades are needed." There was a pause. Then the voice responded. "Acknowledged. Docking procedures will commence. All systems will be evaluated. Enhancements may be applied as deemed appropriate."
Ethan frowned. "Enhancements?" he muttered.
"We only asked for repairs." Lily and Connor exchanged uneasy looks. They had heard stories of alien enhancements before. Sometimes, aliens interpreted human requests in ways humans never intended, but the crew had little choice but to comply. The docking sequence began, and the massive mechanical arms of the station reached out, gripping the horizon. The hum of alien machinery filled the ship as it was slowly pulled into the repair bay. Inside the station, the humans were greeted by tall, slender aliens with pale blue skin and elongated fingers. They moved gracefully, almost floating across the floor. Their eyes were large, reflective, and slightly unsettling. "Welcome, humans," one of them said in perfect English. "We understand your vessel requires repairs?" Ethan stepped forward. "Yes, just minor engine repairs and hull maintenance. Nothing else." The alien nodded and turned to a control panel, tapping a few buttons. Suddenly, panels on the horizon began to open, and strange machines started scanning the ship from top to bottom. Lights danced across the walls, and the ship vibrated with energy. Lily's eyes widened. "These scans are
"Thorough," she whispered. "They're looking at every system, every circuit."
"This is more than just a repair scan." Connor scratched his head. Maybe they just like thorough work. But Ethan was uneasy. "Keep an eye on what they do. We don't want surprises." Hours passed as the Valkyrie worked on the horizon. Ethan and his crew wandered through the docking bay, observing the alien technology. Everywhere they looked, machines moved with precision and intelligence, rearranging themselves to fit the task at hand. Then something unusual happened. A small, shiny box appeared in the crew lounge. It was about the size of a small refrigerator with tubes and buttons everywhere. A screen flickered to life, displaying a message in English. "Coffee ready." Lily laughed. "Coffee? Seriously?" Connor grinned. "Well, I'll be honest. I've missed a good cup of coffee."
Ethan shook his head in disbelief. We didn't ask for coffee.
"Focus on the repairs, please." But the crew couldn't resist. Lily pressed a button, and a warm, rich aroma filled the lounge. The first sip made her eyes widen in delight. Connor poured himself a cup and nodded appreciatively. Even Ethan, who rarely drank coffee, found himself curious. Meanwhile, the Valkyrie were not idle. Panels on the ship opened in strange ways. New thrusters appeared along the hull, glowing with faint blue energy. Energy shields shimmered around the ship, unseen but active. The ship's weapons systems blinked with new capabilities, though Ethan had specifically requested none. "Captain," Lily said cautiously, "I think they're enhancing the ship. This isn't just a repair. They're making it stronger, faster, better than it was."
Ethan frowned. We didn't ask for enhancements.
"I hope they don't create a situation we can't control." Connor leaned against the wall, arms crossed. "Well, if they're making it better, I guess we won't complain. But we need to know what we're dealing with before we leave this station." The Valkyrie finished their work and beckoned the humans to the bridge. Ethan stepped forward as a screen lit up, displaying the ship's systems in a way he had never seen before. "You may leave," the alien said.
Your vessel is now fully operational.
Additional features have been included for efficiency, defense, and crew comfort. Crew comfort? A small compartment opened in the lounge, revealing the coffee replicator. "Yes," the alien replied. "Comfort is important for human crews." Connor grinned. "Well, I'll admit, I like this alien sense of hospitality. I can't believe they added all this without asking. Look at these engines. They've doubled output. And these shields? They're unlike anything humans have ever built." Ethan's mind raced. The Horizon was no longer the ship he had commanded. It was faster, stronger, and more capable than any human ship in the sector. But with such power came risks. "All right," he said, trying to stay calm. "Let's run some tests before we leave the station. I want to know exactly what these enhancements do." The crew spent hours testing the ship. Connor pushed the thrusters to their limits, performing maneuvers he had never thought possible. Lily examined the shield systems, discovering they could absorb massive amounts of energy. Even the weapons systems, which Ethan had insisted be ignored, were precise and powerful. The crew couldn't help but marvel at what the aliens had done. Even the small perks, like the coffee replicator, made life on board easier. What had been a simple repair mission had turned into a transformation of the Horizon into something far beyond human design. As the humans prepared to depart, Ethan contacted Earth. "This is Captain Brooks. We're leaving the Valkyrie station. The repairs are complete, though they may have gone a bit beyond what we asked." "Understood, Captain. Please provide a full report when you return." "That's unexpected." Connor smirked. "Unexpected is an understatement. We didn't just get repairs.
We got a new ship, a coffee machine, and probably some features we don't even understand yet."
And we haven't even tested the weapons in a real situation." I hope nothing tries to attack us soon. Ethan looked out at the vast emptiness of space. The stars stretched endlessly in every direction, but now the horizon was ready for anything. He felt a mixture of pride and worry. Pride because the ship was stronger than any human vessel he had commanded. Worry because they didn't know what other species might think of such power. As they left the Varkari station, the crew settled into their new reality. The horizon hummed with energy, shields glowing faintly around the hull. The coffee machine steamed quietly in the lounge, a small comfort in the vast emptiness of space. Ethan took a deep breath. "We only asked for repairs," he said quietly. "Not enhancements, not coffee, and certainly not a battle-ready ship. But I guess that's just human luck." To human luck, then. May it carry us safely through the stars. Lily joined him, sipping her coffee. And may we survive whatever comes next. The horizon glided into the dark expanse of space, faster and stronger than ever before, carrying its crew into unknown adventures. They had asked for help and received more than they could imagine. The stars ahead were filled with possibilities, and humans were ready to meet them head-on. For Ethan Brooks and his crew, the journey was just beginning. The horizon moved through space with surprising speed. Ethan Brooks sat in the captain's chair, watching the stars streak past. The ship's new thrusters made acceleration smooth and powerful. Every system hummed with energy, and the crew felt both excitement and caution. Lily Harper was at her engineering console, checking every new system installed by the Varkari. She still could not believe how much had changed. "Captain," she said, "these shields are incredible. They can absorb energy far beyond what we expected. And the engines? We can travel twice as fast as before." Connor Price leaned back in his chair, hands behind his head. "I'm just glad the coffee machine works perfectly. That alone makes these long flights more bearable." He laughed, but Ethan ignored the joke, focusing on the mission ahead. "Keep testing everything," Ethan ordered. "I want to know all the ship's limits before we leave this sector. We don't want any surprises." Hours passed as the crew explored the ship's capabilities. They ran maneuvers, pushed engines to full power, and examined the energy shields and simulated combat scenarios. The horizon felt alive, responsive in ways humans had never designed before. Then the sensors beeped urgently. "Captain," Hannah Scott, the communications officer, said, "we're picking up a fleet approaching. Unknown vessels, multiple contacts, large and heavily armed. They are moving fast toward our location." Ethan's eyes narrowed. "Scan them and identify. Connor, take us to evasive formation immediately." The sensors showed a fleet of sleek, dark ships moving with precision. They were not Vaka. They carried weapons capable of massive destruction.
"They're Morthen," Lily said, studying the signatures.
A hostile species. They attack anything that seems powerful or unusual. And they're coming straight for us. Connor's hands moved quickly over the controls. They're closing fast. We can't outrun them with our old engines. But maybe with these new thrusters, we might have a chance. Prepare for first contact. Shields at maximum. Weapons ready, though we don't know how to fully use them yet. The Morthen ships approached, their dark hulls reflecting the light of distant stars. Their commander communicated, a deep voice vibrating through the comm. "Human ship, surrender immediately. You possess advanced technology beyond your species. Resistance will be destroyed." Ethan's jaw tightened.
"We only asked for repairs," he muttered.
"We didn't ask for a fight." Connor grinned slightly. "Well, It looks like we got one anyway. Bright beams of energy streaked toward the horizon. The shields flared and absorbed the blast, holding strong.
Oh.
Captain. Captain.
Shields are holding. We can take multiple hits without damage.
Ethan gave orders calmly. Evasive maneuvers. Test the new thrusters. Let's see what this ship can really do. Kana pushed the ship forward, twisting and turning. The Horizon dodged attacks with an agility no human ship had ever possessed. The crew marveled at how the enhancements allowed them to react instinctively. Lily monitored the weapon systems. I don't know all the functions yet, but the targeting system is adjusting automatically. It seems intelligent. We just have to aim and fire, Hannah added. Communications show the Morthon are confused. They didn't expect such rapid maneuvers from a single ship.
Their fleet is slowing down, unsure how to proceed.
Ethan nodded. Good. Keep up the pressure, but stay defensive. We don't know their full capabilities. The Horizon fired a few shots, carefully targeting engines and weapons on the Morthan ships. Each hit was precise, disabling systems without destroying the entire vessel. Ethan did not want unnecessary bloodshed, but had to protect his crew. The Morthan tried to outflank them, moving in complex formations, but Connor and the ship's enhancements allowed the Horizon to respond faster than expected. Shields flared, thrusters adjusted, and the ship's weapons followed automatically. The humans had never trained for such a fight, but somehow the ship guided them. This is incredible, Lily said, her fingers flying over the controls. The Valkyrie upgrades are working perfectly. We're surviving a battle we shouldn't have survived. Remember, we're not fighting to conquer. We're fighting to survive. Stay calm, follow procedures, and adapt. The Morthan commander growled over the comms. Your vessel is not human-made. You are an abomination. Prepare to be destroyed. Connor smirked. I think they just insulted us. That's cute. Hannah added, they're regrouping. They're bringing in more ships. About 10 more, Captain? Ethan thought quickly. We need a strategy. We can't outrun all of them, and we can't stay in one place. Let's use the new systems to our advantage. Lily, is there a way to redirect power to shields and weapons at the same time? Lily typed rapidly.
Yes.
We can balance energy flow. Shields will remain strong while weapons output increases. It's risky, but it should work. Ethan nodded. Do it. Connor, take us through the asteroid field ahead. We can use it as cover and force the enemy to break formation. Connor's grin widened. Finally, some real fun. The Horizon darted toward the asteroid field. Massive rocks loomed ahead, but the ship's enhanced sensors allowed them to navigate with precision. The Morthan fleet followed, but their formations broke as they tried to avoid collisions. Lily monitored the shields. We're holding, but some asteroids are large. Collision alert in 5... 3. Connor spun the ship at the last second, dodging a massive rock that could have crushed them. The Morthon ships were not so lucky. A few collided with debris, while others were forced into tighter formations, making them easier targets. Target the weakened ships, Ethan shouted. Hannah, aim the weapons there. Lily, prepare the energy pulse if needed. Hannah fired carefully, and the shots disabled 2 Morthan vessels without destroying the crew. The energy pulse Lily prepared created a shockwave that forced the rest of the fleet to retreat slightly. The Morthan commander cursed over the comm. This is not over, humans. You will pay for this insult. We only asked for repairs. We didn't ask for a fight. But if they want one, we can survive it. Connor poured himself a cup of coffee from the replicator. And I didn't even have to leave my chair for a good cup. Lily laughed. Honestly, I think the coffee makes us braver. Who knew caffeine could help in space battles? The battle slowed. The Morthan fleet pulled back to regroup, clearly confused by the humans' sudden effectiveness. Ethan studied the sensors. We've won this engagement for now, but they will come back.
We need to be ready, Connor smirked. We'll be ready.
The ship practically flies itself, and we're learning fast. Hannah nodded. The crew is adjusting well. Even with these enhancements, we're keeping control. That's what matters.
Lily added, and the ship is adapting to us too. It's like it knows what we need before we ask.
I've never seen anything like it. Ethan's mind wandered. The Varkari had given them tools they didn't ask for, but somehow humans had a way of using even strange advantages effectively. Maybe that was why humans survived in space while others struggled. He looked at his crew, each of them tired but focused. This was only the beginning, he said quietly. We only ask for repairs, not enhancements, coffee, or a battle with a fleet. But now that we have these gifts, we must use them wisely.
Connor raised his cup to surviving the first fight.
And to coffee.
And to the horizon. The fastest, strongest, most caffeinated ship in the galaxy. Ethan smiled slightly. Let's keep moving. There's more space to explore, and now more reason to be cautious. But I have a feeling humans will manage, as we always do. The horizon glided through the asteroid field, engines thrumming with new power. Behind them, the Morthon fleet retreated, not expecting that humans could survive, adapt, and thrive with unexpected advantages. The stars stretched ahead, vast and endless. The crew had faced their first real test, and humans had proven that even against overwhelming odds, they could endure. With coffee in hand, shields glowing, and weapons ready, Ethan Brooks and his crew prepared for whatever came next. They had asked for repairs. They had received much more, and the galaxy would soon learn that humans were far more capable than anyone had imagined. The horizon glided through empty space, far from any human colony. Ethan Brooks watched the stars slowly pass. The victory against the first Morthan scouts had been surprising, but he knew it was only the beginning. Captain, Hannah Scott said, pointing at the sensors, the main Morthan fleet is approaching. Estimates show at least 30 ships, all armed and coordinated. They are moving faster than anything we've seen before.
Ethan took a deep breath. 30 ships.
Against one human vessel. We can't outrun them this time. Lily, what's the status of our shields and weapons? Lily Harper typed rapidly at her console. Shields are at full capacity. Weapons are online. I've discovered new firing modes we haven't tried yet. They're automated but very powerful. If we use them smartly, we could survive. Connor Price leaned back, cracking his knuckles. Survive? I say we show them exactly what humans can do when pushed. Let's make this fun. Ethan smiled faintly. Fun is one word for it.
Dangerous is another. Everyone, stay alert.
We're outnumbered, but we are not powerless. The fleet appeared on the sensors like a black storm. 30 sleek Morthan warships moved in formation, energy glowing along their hulls. They were faster than the scouts and better armed. Their commander communicated, voice booming. Human vessel. Surrender. Immediately. Resistance will be annihilated. Your abilities are dangerous and cannot be allowed. Ethan clenched his jaw. We didn't ask for any of this. We only asked for repairs. Connor smirked. Well, I guess we didn't get what we asked for. But we've got what we need to fight. The first volley of energy weapons streaked toward the horizon. Ethan barked orders. Shields up! Evasive maneuvers! Don't let them pin us down. Connor pushed the ship forward. The horizon twisted, spun, and dodged attacks with agility no human ship had ever managed before. Every move felt instinctive, as if the ship was reading their thoughts. Lily's eyes widened. The ship is predicting the enemy's moves. It's helping us. We don't just survive. We can fight smartly now. Hannah added, the Morthan fleet is breaking formation. They didn't expect this. Even their numbers aren't helping them. Ethan nodded. Good. Keep pressure on them. Focus on disabling engines and weapons first. Avoid unnecessary destruction. Disabling, not destroying? You're boring, Captain. But fine. Let's do this carefully. The horizon fired a few precise shots. The automated targeting system adjusted instantly. 2 Morthan ships had their engines disabled in seconds, drifting helplessly. Others tried to adjust, but the human ship was faster, smarter, and unpredictable. Lily studied the shields and weapons. We can redistribute energy quickly. Shields can absorb more blasts. Weapons can fire faster. We can repeat this as long as we manage power carefully. Ethan gave the orders. Do it. Keep moving. Let's force them to make mistakes. Connor maneuvered the horizon through a cluster of small asteroids. The Morthan ships tried to follow but collided with debris. The humans used the terrain, even in space, to their advantage. Each asteroid became a shield and a trap. Hannah's fingers flew over her console. Some Morthan ships are damaged and slowing down.
We have an opening to target the rear ships. Ethan, what should we do?
Lily, charge the energy pulse. Connor, lead the Morthan fleet into a narrow path.
We can create a bottleneck. Hannah, fire at their weakened engines when they enter range.
The plan unfolded perfectly. Connor guided the fleet through a narrow asteroid corridor. The ships were forced into single file. Lily released the energy pulse, sending a controlled shockwave that disabled several of the enemy ships without destroying lives. The remaining Morthan ships tried to regroup, but their formation was broken. Ethan smiled slightly. We're doing well, but stay focused. They still outnumber us. Connor leaned back, enjoying the thrill. I didn't think human luck would extend this far, but here we are. Lily shook her head. It's not luck. The ship is adapting. The enhancements the Varkari gave us are designed for efficiency. And humans we adapt to. That combination is lethal. Ethan nodded. Exactly. That's what I want everyone to remember. We didn't ask for this, but we have to use what we have. We survive because humans find a way. The Morthan commander's voice boomed again. Your ship is impossible. Withdraw, or total destruction follows. Ethan shook his head. We don't withdraw from threats we didn't create. But we fight only to survive. Connor laughed, firing another series of shots. The automated targeting took care of precision. Shields flared as beams struck enemy engines and weapon systems. More Morthan ships were disabled, forced to retreat. Hannah added, Captain, we can't keep them off forever. They'll adapt if we continue like this. Ethan thought fast. We need a distraction. Lily, can we use the new systems to create a false signature? Make it look like there's another ship nearby? Lily's eyes lit up. Yes. The Varkari enhancements include a cloaking pulse and energy decoys. We can create the illusion of multiple ships.
The Morthan will hesitate if they think more humans are here.
Ethan nodded.
Do it. Connor, follow my lead. We'll combine evasive maneuvers with the decoy.
Within minutes, the horizon projected several false ships around the Morthan fleet. Sensors showed them as fully operational human vessels. The Morthan commander hesitated, unsure which targets were real.
This is working, Lily said, smiling. They don't know where we are. We can take the offensive or escape.
Ethan thought carefully.
We will fight smartly. Disable as many as possible, but avoid destruction unless necessary.
We cannot become executioners. We are humans, not monsters.
Connor's grin faded slightly. I can follow that.
We disable and survive.
Got it.
The horizon darted forward, hitting weak points in the enemy formation. Automated weapons and shield systems coordinated perfectly. The Morthan fleet was disoriented, confused by the ship's agility and unexpected power. Hannah said, "Captain, sensors show at least 10 enemy ships are immobilized.
They can't fight back effectively. Others are retreating or unsure what to do."
Ethan nodded.
Good. Keep pressure, but don't overextend. Let's make sure the remaining fleet retreats before they adapt to our tactics.
Lily added the coffee machine helped too. Crew morale is high. We're sharp, focused. Even small comforts make a difference in stress. Connor laughed. Who knew caffeine would save our lives? Ethan allowed a small smile. Humans are resourceful in ways no one expects. Coffee, quick thinking, adaptability. These are our real weapons. The Morthan fleet began to pull back, clearly shaken. Their commander's voice came over one final time. "You have won this engagement, but we will return. Human vessel, prepare for the inevitable, and we will be ready. But for now, we survived." That's what matters. Connor poured himself a cup of coffee, raising it to surviving 30 enemy ships and still having time for coffee. Lily laughed. Humans don't just fight. We adapt. We survive. And sometimes we enjoy a good cup of coffee while doing it. Ethan looked at his crew, proud and cautious. This is only the beginning. The enhancements have given us strength, but we must use it wisely. The galaxy is vast, full of threats, and now, attention. Humans are no longer just another species. We are capable of much more than anyone imagined. Hannah added, "We didn't ask for any of this, but we can handle it. Humans always find a way."
Connor smirked, sipping his coffee.
Yeah, and now we have a ship that can do more than we dreamed.
Let's see what else the galaxy throws at us.
Ethan nodded. Prepare for the next challenge. The horizon is ready. And humans never back down. The horizon glided through the stars, faster, stronger, and more capable than ever. Behind them, the Morthan fleet retreated, shocked and wary. Humans had survived an impossible fight, using instinct, skill, and their new enhancements. For Ethan Brooks and his crew, the galaxy had changed. They had asked for repairs, received far more, and faced a battle they never expected. But humans were adaptable, resilient, and clever. And they were ready for the challenges ahead. As the stars stretched endlessly ahead, the crew knew one thing clearly. Humans were not weak. Humans were not easily defeated. And humans could turn even unintended gifts into survival. The horizon moved forward, coffee in hand, shields glowing, weapons ready. The crew was tired but alive. And the galaxy would soon learn that humans were far more dangerous than anyone ever imagined. The horizon moved through the calm of deep space, its engines humming with new power. Ethan Brooks sat in the captain's chair, staring at the stars. The recent battle against the Morthan fleet still weighed on his mind. They had survived, but barely. The ship was stronger than any human vessel, and the crew had adapted quickly. But the galaxy was vast and full of unknown dangers. Captain Scott broke the silence. Captain's sensors show the Varkari station is nearby. They are sending a message. I think they want to speak with us.
Ethan nodded, put it on the main screen. The image of a Varkari envoy appeared.
The pale blue alien with large reflective eyes looked at them calmly. Humans, it said, your actions have been observed. You have exceeded expectations. Your adaptability and ingenuity in battle are remarkable. We did not anticipate such rapid mastery of our enhancements. Connor Price leaned back in his chair, smiling. I guess they didn't know humans could handle surprises. Lily Harper frowned slightly. We didn't ask for all these enhancements. We only wanted repairs. Now the galaxy thinks we are some kind of super weapon.
The Varkari envoy seemed to understand. Enhancements were intended to increase efficiency, not to create conflict.
But humans have a unique ability. You adapt quickly and use resources creatively. That is why you succeeded against the Morthan fleet. Ethan's jaw tightened. We only defend ourselves. We do not seek war. But if others challenge us, we must respond. The Varkari nodded. We understand. That is why we offer guidance. You now have tools beyond your normal capacity. You must decide how to use them. Your actions will affect not only humans, but the galaxy at large. Captain, other signals are coming from nearby systems. Multiple species are reacting to our recent battle. The humans of Earth may not even be aware of the attention we have drawn. We need to be cautious. We can't let humans or aliens misunderstand our intentions. We survived, yes, but we must control the consequences. Connor smirked. Control consequences?
That sounds boring, but okay. I get it.
We can be the good guys who are also really strong. Lily shook her head. Strong enough to survive anything, yes, but we need strategy. We can't fight blindly. The Morthan may return, and other species will watch us closely. Ethan nodded. Exactly.
We will explore cautiously. We will learn more about the galaxy and test the ship's abilities further.
But our purpose remains. Exploration, defense, and survival. Nothing more. The horizon moved toward a nearby nebula, its hull gleaming with the energy of its new shields. Ethan watched as clouds of gas and light swirled around them. The crew took the time to repair minor damages from the battle and familiarize themselves with the ship's new capabilities. Lily adjusted the energy systems. Captain, I've discovered additional applications for the enhancements. The coffee replicator, for example, can produce small energy rations for the crew. It's unusual, but it works. Even minor perks make a difference on long missions. Connor laughed. I thought the coffee was just a luxury.
Now it's part of our survival kit? Hannah smiled. Humans are resourceful.
We take what we have and make it useful. That's why we survived today. Ethan studied the map of nearby systems. We have time to explore before the Morthan return. Let's learn more about these systems. We can test sensors, shields, and weapons without engaging enemies. We need to understand what we can do. The crew moved with purpose. They tested the ship in small simulations, exploring how the shields responded to concentrated energy bursts. how weapons handled rapid firing, and how the ship maneuvered at high speed. The horizon adapted as if it were alive and the humans adjusted alongside it. Connor piloted the ship through complex maneuvers, dodging asteroids and weaving between energy currents in the nebula. "This ship is incredible," he said. "We could outrun almost any fleet and outmaneuver anything that comes after us." Lily nodded. "And the shields can absorb continuous attacks without failing. We can survive multiple hits, even from weapons more advanced than humans have ever built." Ethan smiled slightly. "We didn't ask for this, but humans make the best of every situation. That's why we survive, and why we thrive." Suddenly, the sensors picked up a small, damaged vessel drifting near the edge of the nebula. It was alien, but not Morthon or Vakari. Its hull was scorched, and it seemed abandoned. Hannah spoke quickly. "Captain, it's a distress signal. The ship is barely functional. Life signs are minimal, but there's someone alive aboard." Ethan made his decision. "Prepare a boarding team. We can't leave a life in danger. Lily, Connor, Hannah, you're with me." We board carefully. Weapons ready, but we aim to rescue, not attack. The team suited up, moving to the shuttle bay. The smaller craft detached from the horizon and approached the damaged ship. Its hull was cracked, and smoke trailed from the engines. Connor piloted expertly, dodging debris. "Hang on, everyone. This is going to be tricky." They docked and entered the alien vessel. The interior was dark and unstable. Sparks flew from damaged panels, and the air smelled of burning metal. In the cockpit, they found a small alien life form, barely conscious. Lily moved quickly, checking vital signs. "They're alive, but weak. We need to get them to the med bay immediately." Connor nodded. "Let's move fast. The ship could fail at any moment." The team carefully carried the alien back to the shuttle. Ethan guided the shuttle back to the horizon, keeping shields ready in case the Morthon returned unexpectedly. In the medbay, the alien slowly regained consciousness. Its large eyes blinked, and it made soft sounds. Hannah translated using universal protocols. "You are safe. We mean no harm. You are aboard a human ship now." The alien seemed confused, but relaxed slightly. Ethan knelt nearby. "We didn't ask for a fight today, but we did ask to help. Humans always help when they can." Connor grinned. "And we have coffee. That might not save your life, but it makes humans happier, which helps everyone." Lily adjusted the alien's medical interface. "The ship is stable now. You should recover fully in a few hours. This is what humans do. We fight when necessary, but we save when we can. We survive because we act, we adapt, and we care." The alien finally managed a small gesture of gratitude. Hannah smiled. "They understand. They know we are not a threat." Ethan stood and looked out the viewports at the stars. "We only asked for repairs, not enhancements, coffee, or battles. But humans make the best of every situation. We survived a fleet, rescued a life, and learned more about the galaxy than we ever expected." Connor leaned against the console. "And we did it all with style. Fast ship, good coffee, and a crew that never gives up." Humans are strange creatures. We adapt, we survive, and we thrive even in impossible situations. That's why we're special. "Yes, we didn't ask for this, but we are ready. We will explore the galaxy, defend when necessary, and use the gifts we have wisely. The horizon is more than a ship now. It is a symbol of what humans can do. Hannah added. And humans are always learning. We will adapt to anything the galaxy throws at us next. Connor smirked. Bring it on. The horizon is ready, and so are we. Ethan took a deep breath. The galaxy is vast. There will be challenges, threats, and opportunities. But humans always find a way. We survive. We thrive. We adapt. And we move forward, no matter what. The horizon left the nebula, engines glowing with new energy. Behind them, the stars stretched endlessly. Ahead, the galaxy waited, full of mysteries, dangers, and possibilities. The humans had faced impossible odds and survived. They had asked for little and received more than they could imagine. With coffee in hand, shields glowing, and weapons ready, Ethan Brooks and his crew sailed onward. They had learned that humans could take any gift, any challenge, and turn it into survival, ingenuity, and hope. The stars were bright, the galaxy vast, and the horizon prepared for the adventures yet to come. Humans had asked for repairs. They had received enhancements, coffee, and unintended power. And they had proven that no matter what came next, they would always be ready. Ethan smiled at his crew. Let's see what's out there. Humans never back down, and neither will the horizon. Connor raised his cup of coffee. To humans, to survival, and to the next adventure. Lily and Hannah joined him, sipping coffee and smiling. The alien they had rescued rested quietly in the medbay, safe for now. The crew of the Horizon was tired but alive, stronger than ever, and ready for whatever the galaxy might throw at them next. Ethan took a final glance at the stars. We only asked for repairs, but the galaxy gave us more. And humans. Humans will always rise to meet it. The horizon moved forward into the unknown, a symbol of human adaptability, courage, and the spirit that could survive anything.